pass, headed away, and it goes into the net for the Lions.
Welcome to Lion Pride Sports. I'm Audrey Schrader.
And I'm Alex Ferrario.
Lindenwood Baseball went 3-6 during its Texas and Oklahoma spring break road trip. The trip featured 9 games in 9 days and was the team's second longest streak of the season. It began in Lubbock, Texas, where the Lions were swept in 3 straight games by Lubbock Christian. LU then picked up a combined 3 wins against Wayland Baptist in southwestern Oklahoma before being swept by the University of Central Oklahoma this past weekend. Friday, the Lions begin a series at home versus Northeastern State University.
The Lindenwood track and field teams competed at Washington University in St. Louis this past weekend. The Lions ended with a number 12 place finish while the women's team concluded the event in 27th place. Joshua Stewart placed 4th in the 100-meter dash and 7th in the 200-meter dash. Nicholas Orff placed 3rd in the men's shot put and discus. He also placed 7th in the javelin throw. On the women's side, Ai Shinohara placed 10th in the 1,000-meter run while Jessica Weston placed 8th in the shot put event. The track and field teams will be back in action in Columbia, Missouri on April 14th.
The Lindenwood men's rugby team will be a number 1 seed at the USA Rugby Division II Sweet 16. Saturday, the Lions won the Western Division II Rugby Football Union title, beating Texas Tech 74-8. Tyler Black and Nicholas Markowski each had 2 tries, while 7 Lions finished the game with 1 try. Lindenwood will play Indiana University on April 14th for its final regular season game.
The men's volleyball team is headed to Chicago 5 games above 500 after splitting a pair of matches against Grand Canyon University this past weekend in Phoenix, Arizona. Senior middle blocker Jack Mitchell was one of 4 Lions who had double-figure kills during Saturday's 4-set victory. Mitchell had a double-double with 10 kills and 11 digs during the Lions' 3-set loss Friday. The Lions play Loyola University of Chicago on April 4th.
The Lindenwood men's lacrosse team ended its road trip on a high note with an 11-8 conference win over Notre Dame de Namur on Thursday afternoon in Belmont, California. Lindenwood outshot Notre Dame de Namur by a 34-28 margin, including a 28-13 mark through 3 quarters. Andrew Sespan and Carter McCracken both had 2 goals and 1 assist, and Greg Cameron and Andrew Peterson both scored twice. Lindenwood improves to 4-5 on the season and 2-4 in WILA action. The Lions will next have a scrimmage at Hunter Stadium on Wednesday at 7 p.m. against Missouri.
The Lindenwood women's lacrosse team swept the weekly awards given out by the Western Intercollegiate Lacrosse Association. Justine Gruthius was named the Conference Offensive Player of the Week, and Catherine St. George was the WILA Defensive Player of the Week. Gruthius had 9 points in Lindenwood's 2 victories last week with 6 goals and 3 assists. Gruthius had 4 points during a 9-0 second-half run that helped Lindenwood build a 10-goal lead. Lindenwood, which is 6-2 on the season, is off until an April 6 home contest against Fort Lewis.
Up next on Lion Pride Sports, we'll have cycling, synchronized skating, and more.
Turning a 20-foot wall into a canvas takes vision. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Hey!
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
During the second competitive year for the Lindenwood Synchronized Skating Team, the Lady Lions finished off the 2012 season with a win as they competed in the Ice Skating Institute Synchronized Championship on this past Sunday. The Lady Lions ended their second season with 6 straight first-place titles.
The Lindenwood Shotgun sports program etched its name into school history this past weekend. 6 days of competition in Texas resulted in their 9th consecutive title at the 44th Annual ACUI National Clay Target Championship. The team finished with 2,263 targets as a team. Sarah Hughes finished with a 500 score, and Dustin Perry won both the International Skeet and Skeet combined events.
The Lindenwood Table Tennis team won several titles at the April Open hosted in the Evans Commons this past weekend. Lindenwood was well represented in the open singles as 2 Lions advanced to the final. Venkat Ramesh knocked out the National Collegiate Table Tennis Association 2012 South Regional Champion in the semifinals. In the Lindenwood Championship match, Ramesh took the crown as he won 3 straight games against one of his teammates, Fernando Yamazato. In the under 2350 event, Federico Cantarelli and Karen Fukushima each advanced to the semifinals, but both were knocked out in 4 games. The Lions will use the extra experience as they make final preparations for the 2012 NCTTA National Championship in Plano, Texas on April 13th through 15th.
The Lindenwood men's tennis team wrapped up its Florida trip on Friday as the Lions were shut out by Georgia College 9-0. Later in the night, the men's team picked up its lone victory with a 6-3 win over Delta State. In the first match, the Lions were blanked by Georgia College, with Eric Tukulu losing to the number 24 ranked player and his teammates losing each of their matches as well. The Lions also lost in doubles competition. The good performance of the week was against Delta State, where the men concluded the match with a 6-3 victory. Their next competition will be at home against Southwest Baptist on April 6th.
The women's team also faced difficulties against Georgia College with a 9-0 score. Adela Slovakova, Mariona Pinol, Rachel Bailey, and Shrija Karki all lost against their opponents. The Lady Lions also fell to the Division No. 1 ranked by University of Hawaii women's team by a 9-0 score.
The Lindenwood men's golf team finished in the first place out of the 11 teams at the 19th annual SEKI in London, Kentucky. The Lions led after each of the 3 rounds. Lindenwood shot a team score of 875, which was 11 over par. The closest team to the Lions was Cumberland's, which finished 6 shots back. The Lions placed 3 golfers in the top 5. Paul Kolditz and Richard Darchty finished tied for second, and Eric Isaacson finished in 4th place with a 3-round score of 218. The Lions will compete next at the Ichabod Invitational on April 9th.
The Lady Lions softball team played a doubleheader this week. Brett McMillan will have the story right after this break.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
My dad's one of the producers for
Bring this sweet.
It's been an up-and-down season for Lindenwood softball, the kind of season where the Lions will beat an MIAA school with a walk-off hit on a Saturday and get shut out by an NAIA school the following Tuesday. In fact, that's the situation that describes this past week at the Lou Brock Sports Complex, where the Lady Lions ran into some turbulence at the end of their first homestand. Lady Lions softball was swept by Columbia College April 3rd at the Lou Brock Sports Complex. Lindenwood lost the first game 7-0 and game number 2 of the series by a score of 6-1.
We need a lot of teamwork. Basically we're not talking on the outfield, hitting. We practicing things, and they just come back out and they don't even do what they were working on. So basically, it's they're going to have to start just playing ball like they know how to do.
Columbia's Game 1 starter Jordan Crisp was awarded the victory. Crisp retired 13 of the first 14 Lions she faced. Senior Emily Johnson had 2 of LU's 3 hits, going 2 for 3 on the day. The Cougars scored 6 runs on 3 hits during Game 2. Junior Lindsay Schroeder scored the Lions' sole run of the game after reaching base on a bunt single. Freshman Kate Keaton then drove her in. Schroeder and freshman Caitlin Siebert and Allie Newcomb all had 2 hits for the Lions.
It's definitely been like a challenging season so far, but it's been really exciting at the same time. We're in the form of competing with like NCAA teams and stuff. We're forming our new rivalries. So it's definitely been an interesting season. We're definitely building for the future right now.
The Lions may soon be getting a shot in the arm. the team has been missing freshman center fielder Hannah Braun, who's been sidelined the last 2 series due to illness. Braun is a team leader in both batting average and RBIs. She will hope to rejoin the team by the time they travel to Kirksville, Missouri, to take on future MIAA opponent Truman State on April the 10th. Reporting for LUTV, I'm Brett McMillan.
Head coach Rick Zombo has been named the Central States Collegiate Hockey League Coach of the Year this past week. This season, during his second year as head coach, Zombo and the Lions were 16-0 in the CSCHL. For the first time ever, they won both the regular season and conference tournament titles. Zombo was not the only Lion honored. Defenseman Colin Long and forward Grant Gorzago were recognized as first-team All-League. Defenseman Brett Morrell and forward Jeremy Moletti got the nod for the second-team honors. Forward Steve Branchow not only made the All-Rookie team, but also was named CSCHL Rookie of the Year. Both Long and forward Nico Bellinger also earned spots on the All-Defensive team. Long and Morrell were the only LU seniors to receive postseason conference honors. Long also wore the C as the Lions captain this season as well. Back to you, Alex and Audrey.
It's time to take a look at the Book Exchange Student Athletes of the Week. Sarah Hughes won the women's individual championship at the ACUI National Championships last week. She finished with a score of 500, defeating the runner-up shooter by 22. Hughes finished among the top 6 in every category, including winning the International Trap event. She also finished second in sporting clays, third in American skeet, international skeet, and 5-stand, and 6th in American trap.
Paul Kolditz led the Lindenwood men's golf team to a second-place finish at the Dave Falconer Memorial Invitational and a first-place showing at the Southeast Kentucky Intercollegiate. In the first tournament, he shot a 2-under 142, which qualified him for the playoffs for the medalist honors. In the second event, he shot an even par 216 and tied for the second in the individual standings.
Congratulations to the Student Athletes of the Week. That's all for Lion Pride Sports. Thanks for watching.
Kick is up into the box, headed away, and it goes into the net for the Lions.